My name is Lilly Toth. I was born in Budapest in 1925 as an only child. The war started for us in 1944 when the Germans occupied Hungary. My father was drafted into forced labor and I knew nothing about him until after the war. My cousin was present at the process of a man who shot my father and other forced laborers in the south of Hungary and took all their papers. My mother, my aunt and my father's brother were taken away after the aerocross takeover. I later learned that they were shot on the death march near the city of Győr in western Hungary. When the aerocross came to empty our house, I ran off. I took off my yellow star and went over to the Buda side to see our neighbors who had two daughters who were my friends. They were hiding in an apartment there and I stayed with them. We were 8 in that hiding place. Someone must have informed on us because one day the aerocross came. They took us to their headquarters in Buda, told us to undress and we were left in our underwear. They took us to the shores of the Danube. We were tied in twos by the wrists. I was tied to one of the girls and we managed to untie ourselves somehow. When they shot us, they must have shot my friend in the heart because she died immediately. I was shot in the arm, but I decided to fall to the ground with her, so they threw us both into the river. I managed to hold on to a boat, but when the aerocross started shooting at it, I ducked under and swam away. I was a good swimmer, but the current was too strong, so I was washed ashore quite a distance down. When I got out of the water, it was cold. We were in December, but at least my arm wasn't bleeding because the wound was frozen. A policeman came by and took me to a house down the cellar where there were German soldiers. He had no inkling that I was Jewish, and these soldiers were so nice to me. First of all, they took off my wet underclothes and put me into pajamas. They gave me warm milk and they called the ambulance. When they arrived, they asked why I was shot and thrown into the river, and they learned that I was Jewish. They said they couldn't take me to the regular hospital, so they took me to the Jewish hospital where the bullet was removed from my arm. I went then to my parents' closest friends in Pest, and they took me in. This is where I was until liberation in 1945.